Am I looking at you? Cool.
Right, ready? So, tell me about your whole experience.
I don't even know where to start.
Cheers, mate.
I thought that I needed to prove worthy of my name or my position, and I always thought it would be in some misogi moment of like, I'll do one big thing and then it all clicks and makes sense. And I realized like the training, the journey, every single kilometer that I ran was the credentials that I was looking for. That was the validation that I was seeking. It wasn't like, oh, I've ran across the whole country. It was, I've become the type of man that I feel proud to be. On the 17th of December 2024, I'll be attempting to run 400 kilometers in 5 days and becoming the first person to run the entire length of Cyprus. It's definitely going to be the biggest challenge I've ever faced in my life. You know, I'm not a naturally gifted athlete or runner, and if anything, even the training for this in itself has been a challenge. It's back-to-back 120, 130, all the way up to 160 kilometer weeks. Distances that I haven't been used to running before. But just knowing that I've put that work in, that I didn't miss the sessions, that I went out there and I got the mileage, is giving me a lot more confidence to go over there next week and get the job done, but it's still going to be war. My name's Hercules Nicolaou. I'm Greek Cypriot. I grew up with that name, which was always a bit of a personal battle.
I remember when Hercules was around, I think 3 or 4. There was a big film out, Disney Pixar made a film called Hercules, animated. And so when he used to go to school, he used to have his little packed lunchbox with Hercules on it, his cup with Hercules on it, and his little backpack with Hercules on it. And he was a little superstar in the junior school. And then when he went to the secondary school, obviously kids are kids, and they would mock him for his name, and he changed it to Lee for the duration of his time at school.
I kind of just covered up my identity for so long because I was embarrassed of how I looked, who I was, and that kind of led me down a path of making a lot of poor decisions in my early years, sort of doing anything to cover up what I was trying to hide from. And every time I went to Cyprus, it was really me just getting away from my responsibilities and the things I wanted to face. I would go there, drink, do whatever. Rather than going back there to run for my problems, this was me going there to like almost run for them and just feel worthy of having such a powerful name. It was like, I want to go there and prove that I almost am deserving of it. I'm a little bit OCD and organised with stuff like this because trying to like foresee how I'm going to be feeling at the time. So we've gone core, caffeine, carb. The idea is that will just be like sipping all the time. That just have the core sachet in, straight electrolytes, caffeine. So we have the caffeine sachets in there, and then carb. We've got some of the Cadence carb sachets. So Probably mostly just be sipping on core and carb throughout, just making sure that I'm getting fuel in, calories in, staying hydrated. And then the caffeine will be the little, probably last 20K, end of the day savior every time. Hey, you okay?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, I'm good.
How are you feeling?
I don't know, just a little stressed, nervous.
As you should be.
I don't know if it's like nervous that I can't do it. It's more like, I don't know, it's just going to be a new level of pain that I've not really done yet. Our minds are such complex machines. I think they can either be our greatest ally or our greatest enemy, and it's inevitable that them thoughts pop up of, what if my Achilles starts to play up again? What if I can't make it? What if this distance is too much for me? When I left the crew and I sort of veered off right, it kind of hit what I was doing. And that went off and I was like, oh, it's beautiful. And then like, I noticed the snake just shimmy down and I was like, oh, okay, fuck, right, pay attention. And it was just a techie route, like, Mo's lost, I got lost like 3 times. Quite a lot of incline actually. I think day one's just gonna be like this. Sweet guys, what up, please? When I got to the 50K mark, had the first sort of like real stop, had something to eat, I was still feeling super positive and optimistic, but hadn't really hit much elevation then. Still cold, leg. That's cold. When I wrapped up that day, I was still like, okay, cool. This is gonna be hard, but like, I've got this. How am I gonna wake up and feel after 85K? I've done a lot of them distances before and usually feel pretty broken in the morning. So I remember waking up, the legs were moving and I was like, okay, cool, I'm feeling good. And I remember kind of internally counting the clock back down, being like, okay, the miles are back at 0. And just thinking, it's just another day to get through. And I think I was just excited knowing that I was going to get back across the border into Nicosia. So my motivation really there was not thinking about the distance, it was crossing back over to somewhere that was familiar for me. Anyone not running across, just cross. Yeah, just cross now because we don't know who that guy is.
I spoke to. He just asked if we were just visiting and said yeah. So
Okay, no,
but yeah, we'll just got.
Oh, it's fine then.
Yeah.
So when are we going to meet you again?
How long until you need stuff?
I don't know how far out I am from the crossing, that's what I need to know. Some people were a bit hesitant on what we were doing. We were in the military zone. We were having to change the route to get around restricted areas. I think we even heard like a test bomb go off. And at that point, I was like, I just want to get back over that line now. Last leg just didn't end though. Day 2 complete. I think day 2 was actually the toughest day mentally in terms of internal force. I think I just spent a good 30-40k like having to just bat off. Maybe you can't actually do this, and like, what's gonna happen tomorrow when you wake up after another 85k in the bag? And I had so much of that going on, and I was kind of like thinking internally, what are people gonna think if I can't do this challenge or I can't finish it? And what if I've set myself up for like failure? Mo, do you know where we are? That was the day where like I think the body really realized what was going on. I was excited because I knew we were getting down to Limassol, where my family was, where I'm most familiar with, where it's like home turf. But I knew it was a long day, and that was the day that we knew we were hitting the elevation. Nearly halfway. Ha! Halfway. Hello. Cereal does taste better after you've run 180k, I can't lie.
But midday we'll know where we are.
What time?
9.
Work ain't even started, boys.
Yeah, that's like, come along on my 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5.
It's my 5-9 for my 9-5. Yeah. I'm gonna give them the 5-9, 9-5, and then the 5-9.
Mentally and physically, I'm not even sure I would have made it that far if it wasn't for the crew. You know, when I come off the majority of the elevation, Dmytro just knew to take me up. He knew to change my shoes. He could tell that my Achilles was playing up from the way that I was running. And Leon and Mo, at every checkpoint, just made sure the food I needed was there, my equipment was there, if I needed to change out of anything.
We have to be there.
I was expecting to get back into Nicosia and take pavements and roads back down to Limassol and see like the beach and all these beautiful sights, and we just hit the trails straight away, and that was it. And I was just like in the mountains all day. I remember being up there, Dmytro was with me, and I don't know what it was. We climbed like one of the biggest peaks. Just being up there and thinking, I got more to give. And the challenge was always like a 5-day challenge. And I remember just looking at him being like, yeah, this is me. This is where I feel like I'm meant to be in this moment, and like we're just gonna keep going. I'm gonna do this in 24 hours less than I thought. It was almost like a rebirth up there. And I remember sitting down with everyone being like, we're gonna do this in 4.
Yeah, we started on the 17th at 5:30 a.m.
What?
And 21st is the day I'm planning on finishing. We started 6:45. I think I can do this in 4 days and finish on the 21st still at sunrise.
Sure.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. Like, I got more in the tank.
Yeah. Say less.
So what I'm thinking is, this is what I'm thinking. I know I'm asking a lot of you lot, so I want to talk with the crew. I run till like 10 p.m. tonight. You get this down at 80 miles left, I've got 105. 80 miles is 130k.
Yeah.
I don't know what everyone thinks. I know I'm asking a lot.
You're asking
I'm down.
I'm just thinking,
Let me know when I can start.
I'm on them hills, bro, just thinking, like, it's like, I thought them inclines would eat me up.
You ate that.
And it's like, I had a rebirth up there. I'm like, let's go. Like,
That's what.
done 5 days, bro.
Yeah.
That's not Hercules, is it? Do you know what I mean? Everyone was just like, let's do it. And from there, the challenge really started. this point, all I'm thinking is we're 15, 20k away from any civilization, we're losing daylight, I'm running out of food, and I just needed Leon, Mo, and the rest of the crew to rush ahead, get everything arranged so I could just get these Ks done and see him on the next stop.
Yeah, we gotta move quick. When we got down to Limassol, the miles were done for the day. We'd hit the 85k, and it was just like I'm just gonna go for another 5 hours. And we just kept churning it out. Went past my dad's house, which to me that part was like really important. Spent a lot of time there as a kid, like from when I was born, and seeing like Hercules supermarket, which is named after my Bapuli, which is granddad, and like all my family's legacy there, and it was like shut down and the lights are off because it'd been like repossessed from the bank, like we couldn't afford it. And seeing my dad come out and like crossing that road at that moment, for me it was almost like I was trying to recreate the bloodline. I was like, that's the legacy, the lights are off. And I was like, I got to keep the lights on this side of the road. I'm on the other side of the road, the shop's over there, I see my dad. And in that moment, I'm just like, keep going, boom. And like, walked 10 meters and then boom, let's start running again. Just took it as far as possible until midnight. And that was when we realized, okay, if we want to wrap this up in 4 days, we got 130 something K left for the next day. We're gonna have to start early. And it was like, go back, sort the legs out, 4 hours of sleep. That's gonna be super tough. And then you just got 1 day to give.
Day 3. What a day.
I got it.
Isn't it funny how you can still tell when someone's picked up?
I'm just gonna go like this, so it's cool. Yep. It's around here that's grand. I'm gonna do one for the ankle as well.
Might as well just put me in the bag and fucking ice.
If there was a bathtub, I would do a nice bad but
I think I would die. My legs were wrapped up, my feet were elevated, and I remember just thinking, everything you want is on the other side of the next 24 hours. Everything that you want to feel, the person you want to be, the man that you claim to be, the person you want to look at in the mirror, the confidence you want to walk with, literally everything is on the next 24 hours. All you need to do is give every single thing in that tank, and it's there. My foot is just on fire. I've got 100k left. I don't even know how I'm going to do it.
Foot's not doing good, but we said walk it, like if he walks from now, he's got some painkillers. If he walks it, he should be all right. Just until he gets through that elevation. Once he's on the other side of the elevation, it's just it's nice and flat. Painkillers should kick in, and yeah, he should be fine. But it's fucking tough, man. That route, that was not runnable or walkable.
The sleep really didn't do anything. I woke up, felt absolutely like knackered and my whole body was in bits. It wasn't like aches anymore, it was like pains, probably injuries, and yeah, it was just, everything relied on that next 24 hours. You know, it was like 18 hours in and I hadn't actually stopped for more than 5 minutes, maybe a cumulative. And at that point, it wasn't a case of like, oh, am I gonna make it on time because I'm like gonna throw in the towel? It was like, I'm falling asleep running. I don't know how I'm gonna keep moving for 13 hours.
Because you got the minerals, mate, that's why.
I really haven't, I sweat them all out.
Grab bottom of actually.
Yeah. Fluid, you're fine fluid-wise? You're alright fluid-wise?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
The route's 400k, we only have 20k left, which sounds like nothing, but 20k is 20 kilometers, and that's actually quite a long way for you to have to hobble or crawl or whatever it was. So even though like we were on the home stretch, I was like, man, there's still so much distance between me and that finish line.
There's some bits you just can't even fucking walk, let alone run. Yeah, that works. This one's...
Right. We had one last climb to get over, we got up to the top, we started to come back down. And then I remember we kind of got to where we thought the end was and we was like, no one's here. We see this light flashing and I remember in my head being like, please don't be the guys waiting for me. We're like still 4K out. And we're like trying to get around the sandbanks, up this hill, no, that's the wrong way, this is the wrong way. Because at that point we were just trying to get to the light. And it almost sounds cliche, but it was just like, follow the light. I was like, I just need that light to get closer. And the minute I heard the first voice, I heard Leon shout,
Let's go!
Come on!
Home straight now and you can see it!
it was like, oh, this is so real now. Like, I'm actually finishing this run. Finally could see faces and see people there, just kind of realised like what I'd actually done. And then it sunk in at that point like, yeah, you did it.
Well, we did it in less than 4 days. 3 days, 22 hours.
You had this idea 11 months ago. I know a lot of people around me doubted me or didn't take it seriously. No one wanted to listen to the idea when I was talking about it or kind of brushed it off, and it was like, yeah, I just did that. To me, that was like the best feeling I've ever had.